part 2. So this is all lit up now. And I think that looks spectacular. So this is the EL wire. So I got 3 volts coming in on the last plug I plugged in, 3 volts coming in from the wall wart that came with Rob Hendrick's life lights, the kit. And the 3 volt you can separate into what goes to the life lights, which are here. Like there's 3, 6, 9, 12 life lights on here, but also the EL wire. Because the EL wire needs 3 volts, but it has a little bit of a transformer in there that converts the 3 volts into like 10,000 volts, but no amps. But that's what controls the EL wire. So I think that looks spectacularly fine. And you can see the 12 volt LED coming through the base plate. It's kind of neat, but you have to look pretty close for that. And when you light up the ship, that even looks better. And I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to, and I'm sure people will tell me yes or no. Where are they? I'm gonna grab these things. Already not together. I think they're all gonna be not together. Greg was even. Oops. I'm going to see if I want to do this and put my well, it's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. And you saw in my other video, I have one, come on, there we go. If I want to put the spotlights on here, I'm debating, right? So you would spotlight the ship. It's a debate. I'll let you know. So I'll turn that off again. So I'm actually going to test that. I'm going to try to test that today to see if I like that, and I might do a video on it. But in the end, I think for lights out, this building is quote unquote basically done. I do have Rob Hendrick's life lights in here because they're my favorite thing, my favorite third-party add-on for the Lego hobby here. But I also like the EL wire. It looks fantastic, and it was a quick cheat. Now obviously the issue is that these are 12 volts and they're very, very bright, and of course you have these gaps, and you can see through the gaps of the brick even. So and there's ways of fixing that by building a lot thicker and having overlaps so you don't have the light coming through the cracks. I'm not going to bother with that. I think this is perfectly fine. I didn't notice that the bins are sideways, they're loose. So I'm going to start finishing this building right now, and I'm going to. Look, there's this guy working hard. There's see. This is not my favorite building in the layout. Basically, it's a complete ripoff of Jeff's building that he had in the layout. I love Jeff's building. This one, and this is the sad part, this one doesn't break as much as Jeff's did because Jeff built a gorgeous building. And this is a problem with Lego in doing shows. Things break a lot. And I was spending more time rebuilding buildings when I got to shows. Like my tower is pretty sensitive to, I got it down to the point where, since with the wooden boxes, that these things do transport better than the cardboard boxes. But I replaced Jeff's building because I spent more of my time rebuilding it when I got to shows. And I think he also wanted his parts back. So when we get to the big layout again, if we ever get to a big layout again, I will be able to hopefully use this monorail station again, which is, I think, for me, one of my most favorite buildings ever in the space layout. And his air station, which is just a gorgeous building. I don't even know if he still has it together. It was just utterly fantastic using the basketball slopes, curves. The other thing I wanted to point out before we get off this part 2 of this video, and let me just plug the lights back in. They're not all on switches. Is that you can see that I do not use all new bricks everywhere. And you saw it with the dirt. But you can see these are older bricks from when I was a kid. It's not dirty. I don't want to use dirty bricks or beat up bricks or with teeth mark bricks. And I'm sure you'll find them in here. Like if you look really close to this guy right here, You can see the corners like a little bent. I don't worry about that as much. And then here, see a little nick there. I don't worry about that as much as when they really look chewed and like really deep teeth marks. That's when I put them in the bin of doom. But overall, any kind of imperfection I think adds to it. Now, normally when I build, I try to keep the injection molds inside, but again, I get lazy and I don't bother. And so there, you'll find lots there. I can't be, nobody's perfect. And overall, it doesn't matter to me as long as they're not all exposed. And I think having some exposed, this is a Lego creation, and this looks like Lego. So, I know some people use this medium and try to make something that doesn't look like Lego, like it's Lego. I want this to look, because it's classic space, and Lego's classic space. So that's it, that's all. I'm going to wrap this up. I wanted to do a quick update of what I'm doing right now. And I do have to work on the wiring a lot, but in the end, one more last thing. So my very, very good and dear friend David over in Quebec, my favorite La Barbons, and I keep on talking about doing another layout together. We did that BrickFest, I don't know, 2016 or whatever it was, together. And of course my layout's on top of these wooden boxes now, but I can, as you can see, put it right on the floor. I just have to bring a completely separate bunch of base plates to fill in the areas, because all my other base plates are taped to the plywood that's in the garage. I don't even have to bring those boxes then, which will save space in the car. And I can put this right on top of tables or right on top of floors, and that's all my buildings are like this. I just need to bring the extra base plates that are taped to the plywood. And that's again, that's a plan for if I'm doing a multi-person layout. So I do have plans for this layout, and it is Moonbase compliant, quote unquote. I have the ability to plug this thing into a Moonbase layout, should the need arise. But I think just using a collaborative layout with David in Quebec, hopefully in 2022, that'll be sufficient. And if I do that, it'll save me bringing 2 boxes from my collection. So I'm actually thinking that's a good idea. Save space in the van. But we'll see what happens 2022. But when 2022 happens, if the next show happens, I do want to be ready. I'm thinking this will go back here, right there. And then let's see, this is, where's the front? This is the front corner, so people will be looking from this side and this side. So if I do this here and here, maybe. The problem with the 36 is that it's right here in the 90s, but the 45s, it's in between 2 of these wing plates, so you can't have it directly on a 45. I don't know if that's going to be OCD for me. I'll find out. But I'm going to jury rig up some wiring to get the lights on and see how that looks. Because, again, I have the wires coming in through here. And obviously I already have the 3 volts coming up here. But I think that one's full now with the transformer to go to the EL wires plus these 12. I already have 2 Lifelite kits underneath this base plate here. I don't know if I can add 2 more lights. Maybe I can add 2 more lights. I'll see what I can do. Everybody stay safe, take care. I have some plans. I'm gonna do some work, and I'm gonna probably take this thing apart a little bit to wire up the lights. But it is good to know that I'm back here now, that I've done sorting for a while, and I got other things to do with my time. So everybody stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you soon.